KOF 15.
Oh man, are you ready for this? You can feel the calm before the storm as the round begins. This is gonna be a match to remember. This battle is about to explode. Time is the KO!
Hello everyone and welcome back to Battle for the Den. Yes, this is 2 streams in a day. Doesn't happen that often, but we are back with some more arms, with EU and NA going at it. So we've got a nice little bracket here. Let me show you real quick. There we go. Small bracket, 4 people, so we've got a round robin. And we are going to get started right away with Izzy versus MrTable. Just let me call out the match real quick. I'm back alone for tonight. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, we've seen some great play from Australia this morning. And yeah, I need some help here. Okay, we've got MrTable. Okay, we are seeing who it is. I was wondering who entered first, and it would seem that it is Izzy. She entered first. Good, so let me get that set up real quick for everyone. We're not gonna waste much time. We've got a lot of matches to go through. All best of 5. So yeah, just so you know, I still have the wrong controller. I keep pressing the wrong controller. It is a problem. It is a problem. We need to have the right controller for this, which is just regular ass pro controller. So yeah, for our first match we will have Izzy versus MrTable. Germany versus Canada. And we are going to go for that first match to the classic Temple rounds, which is very topical to start with Temple grounds in an EU mostly bracket. But here we go for the first match of the day. Izzy obviously using Dr. Coyle, as expected. MrTable is using Twintelle. I was not completely sure. Now, I haven't seen MrTable that often, honestly, as a commentator. So this will be an experience for sure to see that kind of gameplay. And already some really good pressure here applied on the good doctor. Some really good pressure being applied onto the good doctor, where Izzy is completely caught to the wall. Gonna get a very good grab here for some decent damage on MrTable. But yeah, already we're seeing that even though MrTable tends to really be leading on the pressure, Izzy, she just has an answer for everything with the good doctor. And that's the thing we didn't see in Australia, obviously, because well, we didn't have Dr. Coyle, but this is a character that is hard to deal with, obviously, if you do not know arms. And yeah, that first rush of the tournament is going to be beneficial for Izzy. She's gonna get a round on the board very quickly in that tournament. Now going into round 2, like that was a good freeze from MrTable, but Izzy's patience allowed it so that the chain wouldn't work. Ooh, but good duck under the grab to get that rush though. And whoo, yeah, this time MrTable is going to bait Izzy into shielding, getting a nice grab in. And we're seeing a completely different game right now in this round 2. MrTable definitely much more aware of the situation overall. And now it's time for round 3. This has been going on very fast. A very explosive start so far to Battle for the Den Season 2 Episode 10. Good blocks here by MrTable for that rush. But Izzy's going to be able to go in slowly but surely. Like slowly but surely, and then walk back. Ooh, maybe a little bit of regional lag here. Unfortunate. Gonna go right through MrTable. We'll have to wait and see in the long run how this goes. But still, a very good call out here by MrTable with that grab. Good parries here by the good doctor. Ooh, and the rush is going to get snuffed out on MrTable's side. This could be huge. Izzy is going to use the rush just to get out of the ice and going to land the full rush at that. But it's not going to be quite enough to kill MrTable just yet. 30 seconds on the clock. Anything is possible still. Izzy is in critical. But that trade will not go in favor of MrTable. Izzy is going to take the lead 1-0 in this match. And yeah, we've got no time to waste in this matchup. No time to waste. Both players were going at each other's throat. My goodness. And we are going to get the run back on Temple grounds. No counter picks. We're going straight in. Yeah, to be fair, when I say explosive, like, just look at Coyle's loadout. She's got like the nade and the tri-blast, so explosive is definitely the word of the day. Meanwhile, we do have MrTable with those two freeze arms, but that is some hard gameplay presented to us right now. Despite that. And yeah, very good follow-up here from MrTable on that freeze. With the grab. And once again, what we are observing right now is MrTable putting down the pressure on Izzy. Just putting her in the corner. Putting her in the corner. Again and again. Ooh, and the arm is down. Izzy manages to deflect everything thanks to the right arm. But still, this is a very bad situation for Izzy right now. On her last legs in this round. More pressure from MrTable, and yeah, Izzy's just going to crumble at the sight of that. Now we're back with the Tri-Blast, which I agree with this choice because Tri-Blast is a much better poking tool. But then again, it is a little bit harder to use, I feel like, with the pillars overall. And now that there are less pillars on the terrain, it's going to be much more free to potentially get in. Ooh, but Izzy drops the confirm here. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I mean, it is a tight window on that Tri-Blast confirm. So I'm not too surprised to see it drop. It is, I would argue that it is a bit inconsistent. A little bit inconsistent. But yeah, now the rules are reversed and the pressure is coming from Izzy's side onto MrTable. Although MrTable is slowly but surely getting her in the corner, it is not going to matter. Izzy's just gonna pop out the rush to get and secure that second round, going into round 3 once again. Again, no time to waste with those players. We've got no time to waste. And overall, I feel like the movement from MrTable has been very clean. And both players have been playing a lot of their spawn advantages as well when on temple grounds. Now we are again in a situation with the good doctor being stuck in the corner, not even going to be able to use that rush properly either. Is he trying to predict a little bit of MrTable's movement? But honestly, I would argue that MrTable's movement overall has been very, not erratic, but unpredictable in this match. Ooh, and the rush here is going to get snuffed out. This could be an opening for Izzy if she just could get that confirmed, though. But that is not going to be the case. Still, the comeback is slowly but surely happening. The good doctor is angry. And she wants the W. And that is it. Izzy with the comeback in order to secure that 2 on the scoreboard. Yeah, very well played by Izzy. And we're going to get game 3 on temple grounds. You can just go, like, just go. I'm not gonna do the rules. the rules menu. Since we're just going straight to temple grounds. We are indeed in the West, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see some temple grounds all night long. I can guarantee you that much. Because people in Europe love this stage. They love this stage. To be fair, understandable. It's a good stage. Lots of even back and forth happening right now between the 2 players. Is he trying to get the distance game going here? Slowing down maybe a little bit of the pace, but I feel like this is more beneficial to MrTable so far. Just that slowing down of the pace, going back and everything. Because now MrTable can just apply the pressure. Try and keep Coyle in the corner. Some would argue that's where she belongs, but still. And once again, baiting out the shield to get the grab off of that freeze. And that is going to be round 1 to MrTable. Now, yeah, going into round 2, we've got the Doctor applying the pressure this time. And this time, Izzy is going to land that booming confirm for massive damage onto MrTable, who's now already on the back foot. Good patience by Izzy. And she's going to get that full grab, not going to be quite enough to kill, still. But we are very close. And yeah, the next hit, like this one, like this roaster hit, is definitely going to kill MrTable. Convincing round 2 here by Izzy. We're once again in round 3 situation. And what I want to say is, don't let Izzy get into her groove, because that is going to end badly for you, as we are seeing it right now. But again, MrTable is getting some really good callouts on those freeze reactions. Maybe that is the key. Who knows? Maybe that is the key to defeating the good Doctor. With a very good block here by Izzy. It's going to be huge for her. But the rush here is going to miss. MrTable not going to go for a punish. Just in case. But yeah, look at this insanity of a pressure from the good Doctor. Just floating around, throwing punches. Sometimes having a third one. And yeah, the rush... No! The rush drops! The rush drops, saving MrTable by the skin of his teeth. But it's not going to be enough. That is going to be a 3-0 victory for Izzy to start off this Battle for the Den bracket. Well played by MrTable, but it was just not enough. And now we are getting ready for the second match as well. Like, Izzy already showing some massive dominance in this tournament. But hey, we still got YoshiBowser, we've got Danon. Obviously the seedings for this tournament are based on the alpha rankings. But still. Yeah, we are now getting ready with our second match. YoshiBowser versus Danon. We're waiting for the bans. Already we're banning Temple Grounds. And yeah, I do expect the Byte and Barq coming out from Yoshi. Since obviously he's got a very good Byte and Barq, but we'll see. And yeah, it would seem like this first game is going to go to sparring ring. So we are going to see how it goes. But Danon versus YoshiBowser. It is starting right now in the background while it's loading. And yeah, no surprise on the picks there. No surprise on the picks there. I didn't have the right color, but that is fine. We learned it. We learned it. Yeah, already YoshiBowser with the insane pressure. Like, look at that Seiki on the right, honestly. Then playing with fire as well. Well, not technically fire, more like explosions, but I feel like right now this strategy is blowing up in his face. Goodness gracious. But honestly, it is remarkably even still. Both players have rushed. Barq is being beaten up pretty badly so far. I will admit, Barq is getting beat up pretty badly so far. And yeah, Yoshi is just going to go for the final rush in order to secure that first round. But now he's going into second round without the rush, which could be potentially dangerous. Yeah, honestly, those loadouts are both big damage loadouts. Ooh, and a very big rush for Danon at 370 as well. Getting some... As I said, those are really good damage loadouts overall. You don't see Kablammer really often, but I would argue that it is a very good damaging arm. And right now Yoshi is on the back foot in the corner, dead. just dead. That's it. No more. Yeah, this is also something with the fact that sparing is in play. Like, this is a very aggressive map. Like, if you play on sparing, you kind of want to be in the opponent's face, putting down the pressure at all times, keeping him in those corners like Danon is doing very masterfully here. Danon doing very well, applying the pressure. Yoshi gotta go for the block rush in order to cancel, but the moment he tried to attack, that was just curtains. The Kablammer was going his way, and then it was just up to Danon to finish it off for the 1-0. My goodness, those matches are going fast! Like, they're going fast! Loads and loads, loads and loads happening right now on the screen. I really hope that YouTube bitrate manages to keep up, and if it doesn't, I am very sorry about that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see which adjustments Yoshi will do in game 2. But there was still a very convincing performance from Yoshi, from Danon. Sorry, don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, I know Yoshi also really likes that Seiki. I will say that much. Yoshi really likes that Seiki. Which, who could blame him really? Sure, it is a slow arm. It is a very much double-edged sword, because it can blow up in your face and do some massive electric explosion damage. But look at that! The explosion damage can just stun your opponent as well for a very long time and get some really good confirms in. There, he even had the time to get the grab. Like, Danon almost reacted, but not quite quick enough. But still, that was a long time to be stunned. That is the thing. Yoshi going for the grab, Danon just countering it right away. With a good long distance grab from Danon. And that is going to be a very good KO. Just Explosions everywhere in this match. Explosions everywhere. And now Yoshi kind of wants to maybe slow down the pace a little. Like, we haven't seen that much defensive play, I feel like, from Yoshi overall. And so playing the long distance game might be what he needs right now. And oh, look! Explosion, grab! Well, ooh, there was an attempt, there was an attempt. I thought Danon dropped the shield, but no. He did block successfully here. Very good knockdown. And Danon going for the rush, going to get the full punish here on Yoshi. And the cracker to finish it off. What a showing from Danon so far. My god. Like, this looks rough for Yoshi, honestly. I do not know if Yoshi has any idea what to do against that overwhelming amount of just explosions. Like, literally looking like Dr. Dark over there. And yeah, Yoshi is going to attempt a run back on Via as well. Which, to which I want to say sure. Let's try it. But it didn't exactly go well before, so... I might be thinking that he has a plan. I mean, he's definitely sticking to a Byte and Barq, that's for sure. But maybe he has a plan. And the plan is to play the Kablammer game! Just like Danon does. Now that I'm interested to see. Yeah, Kablammer is definitely not an arm you see often, so seeing essentially 2 Kablammers in play, like that is this is almost unprecedented. Maybe when they drop Max Grass we've seen that, but still. Still, I would argue that right now Danon is being a better user of Mjolnir than Yoshi. And ooh, it's just gonna armor through this as well. Like, that's the thing. Kablammer isn't going to knock down Danon by himself. Danon's just going to be able to armor through. And that might be just the flaw in Yoshi's plan, I would argue. I would argue that this is a pretty big flaw as well. And right now, Danon just has to play very defensively, honestly. Yoshi's on 1 HP. And Yoshi's gonna come to him. Ooh, but a huge rush is going to be just enough to take it over. To be fair, the CQ rush damage is an absurdity. I will say it is an absurdity in this game. Like, this thing just deletes health bars. So if you want an arm to make the comeback, just use the C key. Or the homie, like, same fight really. Right now, just lots of footsies happening. And again, as I said, Danon's just gonna armor through those explosions, where Yoshi's just going to fall to them. Still, so far Yoshi's strategy is working. He's not gonna be able to land the rush here though. And to be fair, Danon needs to land this rush. Oh my gosh, was that a confirm off of the Kablammer? I think it was. Yoshi doesn't care though. Just again, Siki explodes, you grab. You grab. I don't know what happened here. But Danon's gonna get the parry here into the punish to steal that second round away from Yoshi. Yeah, things are heating up. And again, we see that just the armor from Danon is doing an excellent job just at keeping him mostly safe from that Kablammer. Now we also argue that Danon is doing a very good job at keeping Barq away as well. Which, considering how integral to the game plan of Byte and Barq can be, is a good thing. Now it's not a good thing for all the dog lovers over there, but still. Good explosion here in the face of Danon, but Danon's got a pretty decent lead right now, which is completely melted now. Again, that's Siki. Ooh, and that's Siki being the savior of the rush. 405 damage from the rush, not the full one, and that does mean that still the trade was in favor of YoshiBowser, who's now on the board. Now on the board. We are seeing a nail biter set so far. A nail biter. And I would argue that it can go either way. It can just go either way. And Danon is just going to take this to sparring ring. It's like, not enough aggression, we need more. We need more! We need more. But hey, it's all for our viewing pleasure. All for our viewing pleasure. Yeah, Yoshi's gonna stick to the Kablammer. Which honestly, I think what happened with Danon last game was maybe Danon was getting a little bit too confident over his armor. And yeah, despite the armor, like, the Kablammer is still going to do some decent damage. It's just not going to stop you in your tracks when you're Mechanica. Yeah, Danon's got a very good health lead right now, though. Lots of movement happening right now. Then definitely looking for those nuts out of Barq as soon as possible before going into the offense. I would argue in this round. Still, now Danon is one round away. It's on match point. Ooh, and just a lot happening to Danon right now. And again, I just feel like most trades are going to go in favor of Danon. Still, Yoshi has dropped out the Kablammer for the cooler ring. Which I do agree as a choice, but it's not working so far for Yoshi. Still going to get not the full rush, unfortunately. But you know, 365. And a good snuff out as well. This is very close right now. This is incredibly close. Yoshi gonna get knocked down before that Kablammer just hits him with the judgment. But no, the judgment is going to go either way. That is going to be 3-1 to Danon against YoshiBowser in this matchup. Russia's showing up in force. Like, in force. Like, my gosh. Yeah, very well played from both players, because this was close nonetheless. It's one of these situations where you can really say, like, 3-1, but it was close. Yeah, before we get to round 2 of the tournament, I would like to remind you that the next tournament at Battle for the Den will be Samurai Showdown on the Nintendo Switch, the monthly, which will be back on the 29th of January at 20:30 CET. So if you have Samurai Showdown on the Switch and if you're in Europe, make sure to join us. This is going to be good fun. You can get some points onto the Samurai Showdown Alpha Rankings. And if you want to register, you just need to type !BattleDen in the chat to get the link. We also have more things coming up for BattleDen in February and in the future. I've seen the little teaser earlier today. Got a lot in the store for you all. And then next week as well, the Playing Ground return. Our free play session program. We'll be back on, well, I'll be back on the 18th of January at 21 CET for some Street Fighter V Champion Edition, which is cross-platform, thankfully. So we will be having a good game of Street Fighter V. You can challenge me in the chat, you know how it works by this point, and if you don't, then we shall see. But let's look at the bracket right now. We are going to go into round 2. We're going to have YoshiBowser versus Izzy in just a bit. Just time for me to set it up. More of a classic match in terms of EUAC matchups. But we do love our classic matches here at Battle for the Den as well, so I do have Izzy as a favorite, honestly, in this matchup. I would say that Izzy is definitely the favorite in this matchup. Just as much in terms of how good the player is, but also the character. But hey, we'll see. YoshiBowser is very experienced, so sure. And once again, we're going straight in with the opening aggression. Just the theme of this tournament. It is the theme of this tournament, aggression everywhere so far. And Yoshi's like, yeah, I have a third arm too, don't worry. It's called my dog. Respect the dog. And yeah, the rush is going to get snuffed out here by Izzy. And that's the thing. Dr. Coyle can build rush so fast when she's got that third arm. So snuffing out those rushes is going to be very key in this matchup as well. Ooh, Yoshi going for the rush. Still gets a good 200 damage from the C key. And the trampoline's already out. Barq completely stuck on the trampoline. Manages to get out finally, but getting snuffed out by the good doctor. But yeah, Izzy is going to find that punch to seal that first round. Now we're going into round 2 with that trampoline open. That does leave much less space to move around for Yoshi. But Izzy, she just doesn't care. She can just float over it. Really. So she kind of just doesn't care. And a very good rush as well. Not gonna get the full damage, but still a good catch from Izzy. But Yoshi's not gonna get a catch though. Even gonna get grabbed for that haphazard rush. Barq is down. Yoshi in critical. Very rough situation to be in. Yoshi pretty much cornered in the circle stage. He's gonna be able to block that rush, but at what cost? The cost of he's just not gonna get the game. He's just not. Like that is not happening. The doctor said no. I don't agree. You're not getting it. I don't agree. I didn't approve of this. And now we're going to Buster Beach. I would argue that there might be a little bit of home advantage here for Byte and Barq, but no, it's Coyle on the other side. Like, Coyle, again, doesn't really care about changes in elevation. Like that little platform in the middle, you know? So it's just going to be a matter of can Yoshi pin down Izzy in a corner? But so far, Yoshi just cannot approach. Like the doctor said, no. Social distancing. We're not approaching. You're not approaching. Like, come on. He's a robot. Like, he can get in. He's a robot. He's not gonna give you a virus. Yoshi just struggling to hit that very sneaky easy. Very sneaky. Like, look! Yoshi's throwing a punch. Izzy is already on the move when Yoshi's just throwing a punch. Like, Yoshi literally cannot get to her. Very slippery doctor. But hey, this round 2 is looking better for Yoshi. Like, the doctor is going to be pinned down in the corner this time. But the rush was very haphazard. Thankfully, he's not going to get punished for much for it. And he's going to be able to put back the pressure in the corner. But is he still going to be able to escape there? And now we're playing the dance game again, you know. Yoshi's playing ARMS where Dr. Coyle is playing Dance Dance Revolution. And the rush is not going to be enough to end it because it's going to drop. Lots of drops rushes, honestly, today. But hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. And now Yoshi's counter picking to Ninja College. I do not quite agree with this decision. I will say that much. I mean, sure. The scopes here can kind of mitigate Coyle's overwhelming power, but I really do not agree with the decision of taking Coyle still on Ninja College. But hey, that's why they're playing and I'm not. Plus Yoshi's beginning from the bottom. This is rough. Like this is going to be a literal mountain to climb for Yoshi. I will say that much. Like, what was that idea? Like, so far, it's free pressure for Coyle. Honestly, it is free pressure for Coyle so far. Ooh, but a good snuff out here from Yoshi, though. Not gonna get the rush, though, and it's going to get punished hard for it as well. And yeah, now Yoshi is in critical already. The Doctor is relentless. And yeah, the Hydra here is going to be enough to put Izzy on match point. But yeah, the violence. The violence from Izzy. Goodness, the violence. But now that Yoshi does have the top, well, had the top, it is looking a little bit better. Hey, he's just going to get blown up by his own Seiki in the face. That was rough. That was hard to watch. That was heartbreaking. I think it might be curtains for Yoshi. Yup, that grab should be enough. My gosh, that was a slaughter. An absolute slaughter. That was hard to watch. I'm sorry, Yoshi. I am very sorry. But the Doctor's just insane. But yeah, well played by Izzy. Securing a second 3-0 win on the board. And now we are ready. We are getting ready for MrTable versus Danon. Now, I am a little bit afraid that this match might be a little bit more on the laggy side. You know, Canada to Russia. That is what makes me afraid, but hey, at least we do got rollback. We do got rollback. I cannot stress that enough. If you want a good neutral-based game with rollback, Arms definitely fits the bill. And yeah, we're getting right into this next match. MrTable versus Danon on sparring ring. We're not going to stop anytime soon. Yeah, Danon already applying some very good pressure on MrTable in this opening sequence. Again, I don't think there's that many people who actually know how to play against the Kablammer. Despite it being so low rated usually on tier lists, I would argue that most people do not know how to play against Kablammer. And it can be surprising, you know, it's like those Duck Hunt matchups or, you know, in Smash Ultimate. Nobody knows how to play against Duck Hunt. Because Duck Hunt sucks, but hey, people make it work. But hey, doesn't matter. MrTable adapted very quickly and got the run when I was talking about the Kablammer matchup. And yeah, they're already realizing it. Just going to good old double nade. Good old double nade. All reliable, you know. And we're seeing some very good punishes here from MrTable. A very good rush punish as well. I just feel like MrTable is much more comfortable right now in this situation. Knowing what to do to snuff out the Mechanica, and Danon is going for those confirms, but those confirms are just not working. They're just not. That is the thing. Still, Danon managed to bring it back a little. But MrTable still on top of it, snuffing out the movement with that Phoenix, and that rush is going to be enough to take that first game. Yeah, very convincing performance from MrTable. Very convincing performance. I must say, I did not know MrTable before coming, but now we'll remember the name. We will remember the name. Jeez, what is happening to me tonight? What is happening to me tonight? Sorry. Yeah, then going back straight back to Kablammer, which honestly might work out a little bit better on a stage like Via Dolce, where there's a little bit more space to maneuver overall. But hey, once again, MrTable doesn't care. He's going to do everything possible to make sure that Mechanica doesn't move 1 inch. So then just responds with damage. You know? That is a fair strategy. That is a very fair strategy. Yeah, so far it's working. It is blowing up in Danon's face, though, from time to time. Which, yeah, is going to play tricks on him, I feel like. But hey, we're gonna get that Kablammer in full. We're really big on the screen. Really big on the screen, you know. Just gonna hide the screen with it. Clip into it. With a very good grab here from MrTable in this round too. I'm gonna keep Danon very close to him because of the wall, but I'm gonna be able to push him back with the rush. And now Danon is stuck in the little street back there, you know. Kinda stuck. MrTable going for full aggression right now. Going in on Danon. A little bit of a shutdown here. Kablammer in the face. And Danon reading MrTable's attempt at punishing, going for the full rush, but it's not going to be enough. MrTable takes that round too. Now we are into round 3. Lots of neutral. Then I'm going for those big Kablammer hits. But now completely stuck in the corner, and that is going to be a free rush for MrTable as well. MrTable gonna get pushed back here. and gets a little bit more breathing space, but not by much. Still, if the explosions can just continue and the armor through to get the full rush of 335, that is very good for Danon. MrTable is pretty close to a rush of his own. It doesn't matter. That is going to be game to Danon. 1-1 on the board. Yeah. That is definitely adapting. We can see a little bit of the adaptation already going on. And I feel it's just getting less blown up by the second. Yeah, I got a little bit of a bug here on the TO side of things, but that is fine. Now we're back on temple grounds. Definitely a good choice, I would say, for MrTable to have more space to exploit Twintelle's attributes, but hey, Danon's just gonna go in. Go for like every explosion in the book, and that punch is going to go right over MrTable, allowing him to get the grab. Yeah, honestly, again, the Kablam are working for Danon really well. I don't think MrTable is that ready, honestly, to take on the Kablammer, which is a big thing. Good knockdown, though. Pushes Danon in the corner, but MrTable is on 1 HP. Gotta be very careful. A good grab, though. Putting Danon right at the right place. And yeah, he's just gonna armor from that beginning of the rush and blow up the Kablammer in your face. That's how it be, that's how it do. None of that nonsense here. And now MrTable is also down on rush, which is a rough start for him. And you know what I think it is as well? The Kablammer is surprisingly good at snuffing out lateral movement, which Twintelle should use a lot of. Like just the side dashes. Ooh, and once again, Danon calling out a defensive option on MrTable's side, getting the rush. Because he called out that there was going to be a punish attempt. And so gets the full rush and gets the victory. What a convincing game 3 by Danon. Very convincing game 3. And so I'm not too surprised to see MrTable willing to bring it back to sparring ring in this situation. But hey, Danon's definitely getting in the groove, so I'd be scared if I were MrTable. Yeah, so far good openers from both players. But then it's got those explosives still on deck. Good call out from MrTable on the freeze reaction. But hey. And once again, then I'm expecting MrTable to go for the freeze chain, but nope. Just gonna go for grabs. Now Danon's on 1 HP. So yeah, even with that, on 1 HP that armor isn't gonna save you. Especially with your own nade blowing up in your face. And I will say the change to Cracker from Danon might be what he needs on this stage to win on the stage, to be fair. We're getting some good sequences, honestly, out of Danon, and MrTable is getting a lot of grabs in this match so far. Ooh, but this time the armor isn't gonna save him on that rush exchange. And Danon finally gets a grab, I guess. You really don't see Mechanica grab that often. It is not an animation you see that often. Ooh, Danon's frozen. It's gonna be a question of call out, and nope. Wrong answer from Twintelle. Going into round 3. And yeah, Danon now on match point. And as I said, the Cracker very good at poking, which on a stage like sparring is going to be very key to get those quick hits in. And you can bait it with a Kablammer. You can just bait that with the Kablammer. But a missed rush from MrTable is going to be huge for Danon, though. But Danon is also going to get his rush locked. Doesn't matter, though. Hammer in the face! And the arm is down, and that is going to be curtains for MrTable. Sorry, pal. We've hit the end credits. But yeah, then with a very strong showing with Mechanica as well, of all characters. Like, what a showing. Russia is there, and Russia is there to stay. I'm very excited to see more Danon going forward, so yeah. But before we go into our final round of Round Robin, I would like to remind you all that on the 29th of January, we will have Samurai Showdown at Battle for the Den. This is our monthly tournament. This is an Alpha Rankings event. So if you have Samurai Showdown on the Nintendo Switch, and if you're in Europe, feel free to register. You can register right now by typing the exclamation mark BattleDen in the chat. It will give you a link that you can follow in order to register. Yeah, it's all the Samurai Showdown monthlies are always good fun, so feel free to register. Of course, those are going to be streamed right here on WolfTV, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you do not want to miss any bit of it, or any Battle for the Den event for that matter. And the other thing is that the Playing Grounds, our free play sessions, are returning this Tuesday, the 18th at 21 CET. And I will be playing Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Very much a cross-play title. So that is just great news. which means I can accept challengers from PlayStation just like I can accept challengers from PC. So feel free to come by on the 18th, drop a little chat or something, and yeah, I'll gladly fight you. And so we are going into round 3 of Battle for the Den Season 2 Episode 10. We are going to see Danon versus Izzy. Danon in a very good position right now with 2 wins. Izzy as well. So this match will essentially decide who wins this tournament. And then we're going to have MrTable versus YoshiBowser. But right now I haven't saved. Actually haven't saved. We should be good now. There we go. Danon versus Izzy coming up. And it would seem that the first stage will indeed be Mausoleum. So yeah, very excited about this matchup because after what we've seen from Danon, my god. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Yeah, we're going straight into it. Of course, Danon rocking still the Kablammer. Which, understandable, it worked so well for him so far. But can it work against the good doctor? That is the real question right now. Because I will still say that as impressive as Danon is, Izzy, she's terrifying, man. She's terrifying. She kind of terrifies me, in fact. And heck, she gets the win confirms as well, so... So yeah, this happens. The Coyle Vortex, it happens. That's just what happens with Coyle. Yeah, going into round 2. The trampoline still isn't out, which is good for Danon. I will say that much. As long as this trampoline isn't out, there is still hope. But my gosh, is it looking complex? Especially because I feel like Izzy has been doing a very good job with the Hydra overall during this tournament. After all, as I was saying this morning, it is a very good anti-air arm to have. And it is a firearm, so you can get those hard knockdowns on the heavies. And while Danon got some very good damage at the start of the round, now it's kind of crumbling away. The moment he gets away, like Danon needs to get in. But he's not gonna get in. Not gonna get in. Not allowed. No. Coyle says it's my zone. Not getting in. And look at these dodges as well from Izzy. Not gonna get the full rush though. So then once again saved by arms physics. And getting the rush himself, but it's not gonna be quite enough. 1 HP on the Coyle. Like any hit will kill anyone right now. And Danon is going to find the hit. Very good comeback from Danon after that dropout rush from Izzy. Capitalizing on it. And I feel like Danon has the momentum as well. Like I'm pretty sure Izzy was counting on that rush to seal the deal. And now she might be a little bit shaken. Who knows? But hey, that is a very good rush though from Izzy. Very good catch. Ooh, and talking of very good catch, that is an interesting grab that happened here. And the trampoline is now out. This might be actually done for Danon, who's also going to miss the rush. This is going to be tough to come back from. But a very good grab though. Very good grab here. Doesn't matter. Here's the grab from Coyle. Then on a sliver of health, not going to be enough to make another comeback, and that is going to be point to Izzy. 1-0. But yeah, very good showing from Danon once again, but the coin might be a little bit too much, like... It might be actually a little bit too much. For good old Mechie. Who knows? But there's still time. It's a best of 5 after all. There's still time. Yeah, now that we're going into round 2. Once again, I feel like the start of Danon's rounds is just impeccable. It's just that, what do you do against good old Dr. Coyle? That's the question. What do you do against Izzy? A very high level Dr. Coyle. Well, you get hit by the rush first. And you're back into a very precarious situation. Like, this is just a rough matchup, honestly. This is a rough matchup. I think that's also why Dan kind of dropped the Kablammer here. Tried to drop the Kablammer, but this is definitely a rough matchup. Yeah, double nade. Again, all reliable double nade. Hey, so far, like, Cole's just keeping the distance. I think it's knocked out here, but... Cole's just gonna keep her distances. And it's going to work. Whereas Danon's just trying to get in. He kind of needs to get in. Very good grab by Izzy. She's got all the momentum right now. The trampoline is about to pop out. Very good rush from Danon though. 320 damage. Fortunately, the nade rush isn't going to be as potent as the Kablammer rush. And yeah, Izzy is just going to be able to rush right back in order to lead this to a 2-0. Like, this is a complex situation that Danon is in. And now he's going DNA lab. Definitely trying to play more with the pillars. I feel like this is a good strategy to try and hide behind the pillars, but those pillars aren't going to be there for long. You're still gonna have to face the wrath of the good doctor at some point. Which can be scary. It can be scary. But hey, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, once again, is it playing from a distance? She's like, yeah, it worked before, it's going to work again. And so far, it is working. And to be fair, from a distance, she can see that Kablammer coming very clearly. And avoid it. Just keep the opponent at a distance. Yeah, Danon is definitely struggling to just get a break in this matchup. And so far the stage is also working much more in the way of the Coyle as well. The pillar is protecting her very well. And a good catch from the Doctor, not quite enough to kill, but hey, the Hydra is going to be enough. The Hydra is more than enough here to finish the job. And now Izzy on match point. Pretty much about to win this whole thing, to be fair. And Danon going for those explosions confirms as well, but as I was saying, those are pretty inconsistent, so probably not the time to go for them, especially when Izzy can just land those rushes raw, just like that. And yeah, it's definitely looking like Izzy has the pace down right now. Once again gets the grab, pushes down on the other side of the stage. She's looking very comfortable right now. Then in critical, and that is going to be death. There is going to be another 3-0 to Izzy. Very well done from Izzy. Like, an excellent performance in this tournament from Danon, but Izzy was just the final boss, and the final boss is very tough. Like, yeah, the coil pressure, I will say that every time I cast a tournament. The coil pressure is something to behold. It is just something to behold. There you go, here's Yoshi. I was like, where's he gone? Where is he gone? But no, we're good, we're good. We got everyone. And yeah, for our final match of the day, we will have MrTable versus YoshiBowser. Yeah, we're going to get into some interesting stuff, I will say that much. And yeah, we are going to go into sparring ring for our first match. Just had some TO stuff to deal with. But yeah, MrTable versus YoshiBowser for our final match of the day. In order to round out the rankings for Season 2, Episode 10. Canada versus Australia? No, not Australia. Austria. There. That's what I meant. This has been a long day. Yeah, very good catch here by Yoshi. This is a very even match so far. And just once again, the theme of the night Aggression, aggression, aggression. Lots of aggression. And just like that, MrTable is gonna get the first round in this matchup. Now going into round 2. Good opener from Yoshi, but MrTable's got a rush and is going to use it. Get that early health lead. Get those stuns into the grabs. And Yoshi's gonna miss the rush as well. MrTable getting out of the corner to get into another one. That is the problem of sparing him. This is a very small stage. But hey, MrTable's been very consistent at those stun into grabs. And just like that. Just like that, that is going to be 1-0 to MrTable. Yeah, overall, just very good match from both players. And being on sparing, like, just forces the pace of those matches so much. It's kind of insane. And now we're going to take on the streets of Via Dolce. No character counter picks from Yoshi. But is that a... Yeah, that is a Mega Watt I see in the back. Yep. Here it is. And honestly, I have seen people do some miracles with that Mega Watt, but it still needs to to scare MrTable enough, you know. I do feel like the Mega Watt can do some interesting stuff in snuffing out the movement on this stage, but MrTable just doesn't care. He doesn't care. Just gonna go in, avoid the Mega Watt. Not anymore. And Yoshi's just a little bit late on this conversion, though. MrTable just gonna use the rush in order to secure that round. He just didn't care about the Mega Watt. And Yoshi still believes in the Mega Watt, honestly. Which fair. So far, in this round 2, it is working a little bit better. Just putting a lot more pressure on MrTable overall. But right now, MrTable did get the freezes in. And a very good grab to boot as well. And the rush to seal it out. That is going to be a quick 2-0 to MrTable. And that means we're gonna go fast into into game 3. Like, my gosh. MrTable is like, yeah, I'm speedrunning. I'm just speedrunning here, over here. We're just speedrunning. And yeah, we're back on Via Dolce. Yoshi's still believing in the Mega Watt. But so far it's not working great, honestly. I like the idea of using that Mega Watt to snuff out the movement from MrTable, but MrTable just doesn't care. He's gonna go in your face, avoid everything that's coming at him somehow, and just apply all the pressure in the world. Still, right now Yoshi does have the health lead, despite missing the rush early on. Yeah, I feel like Yoshi is just getting more into the pace of the match. But hey, those stun confirms, pretty deadly. MrTable just gonna go for rush, trying to end it right then and there. But it's going to get blocked. It doesn't matter. We've got those stun confirms on deck. Robot's getting slapped today. Now MrTable is on match point. And I am going to say it is not looking good for Yoshi right now. Ooh, and Barq is going to mess up the rush opportunity for Yoshi. You hate to see it. Bad, Barq, bad. Like, you just hate to see it. That must have been heartbreaking for Yoshi. Now MrTable can just continue his onslaught of stun into grab. So Yoshi is doing an excellent job just keeping him at bay, but no, he's gonna get punished for that haphazard megawatt, and that is going to be game, set, and match in favor of MrTable. Very well played from MrTable with a confident trio over YoshiBowser. But yeah, GG's everyone. That was a fun tournament. So we're waiting for the last score to be inputted on the board, and we're going to be looking at our results, our final results for the night. I believe that does mean that Izzy's first, Danon is second, MrTable is third, and YoshiBowser is fourth, if I'm not mistaken. I just don't have the scores yet. But yeah, I believe that would be it. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Like, we still don't have the final result. But I do believe that is it. Like, we definitely have our first two in Izzy and Danon, and I do believe MrTable is third. Just obviously doesn't show on that bracket screen. Yeah, congratulations to Izzy for winning Battle for the Den Season 2 Episode 10. We will be back next month with more arms. That is for sure. I do want to see with the community if they prefer having the EUNA tournament on Saturday or Sunday. That is a message I am giving to you all. Will be either Saturday at 10 PM like we did today, or Sunday at 9 PM. So yeah, thanks Danon for confirming, for that matter. Yeah, that would be the idea. Anyways, that's going to be about it for me for tonight. Before we go, I'm going to remind you one more time that there is at least one more tournament in January for Battle for the Den. It will be the Samurai Showdown Monthly for Nintendo Switch for Europe. It will be on the 29th of January at 20:30 CET. As usual, this is an Alpha Rankings event, so you can get some points on the leaderboards, on the Alpha Rankings. So Make sure to check it out if you do have Samurai Showdown on the Nintendo Switch. And if you're in Europe, even if you're not in Europe, just come by the stream, you know. Subscribe to the channel, come by the stream. If you are in Europe, you can register by using the command BattleDen, !BattleDen in the chat. Damn, I'm getting too excited. That's a problem. And then, on Tuesday, the Playing Grounds return. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. The Playing Grounds return on Tuesday, the 18th, with Street Fighter V Champion Edition. This is a crossplay title, so whether you're on PC or console, we will be able to play together. And if you want to play some games with me, just come by the stream, give me a message in the chat, and we'll be able to work something out. That's just how it works. It's chill stream. And as for ARMS, as I said, it will be back next month. I don't know at which date yet for Europe NA, but we'll figure this out. And with that, that is going to be it for me for tonight. Thank you everyone for taking part. Thank you everyone for watching the tournament. This was a lot of fun. This was a long day, but my gosh, have I had some really good fun. And I think we've all had some fun today, honestly. Be it with the Asia-Oceania tournament or the EUNA one. Like, it's always fun to see some really high-level ARMS gameplay. I just wish we could one day maybe just be all together. Maybe play together, you know? Properly without the regional lag issues. Who knows? Maybe one day. But in the meantime, I'm just glad we can do these tournaments so well with the rollback netcode we have. So yeah, I'm gonna sign out for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching and participating in Battle for the Den Season 2 Episode 10. And I will see you next time. Bye everyone, have a great evening.